Hey, what's going on, guys? So I told you guys that I ended up picking up a Glock about 2 weeks ago. As you can see, it still has my name on there from the gun shop, and figured I'd show you guys what's going on. So there it is. It's the Glock 17 RTF model, the rough textured frame. The reason why I call it rough textured frame is because of right there. Hopefully it picks it up. It's kind of like the Generation 4 grip. It's not like the standard Gen 3s. And then the other difference is, as you can tell, the slide serrations. It's not the lines. It's the fish gill design. To a lot of people, that wasn't a big hit. I personally wasn't a fan of it. I didn't like it at all, to be honest, before I got the gun, because I thought it looked pretty stupid. But what I heard, the design theory behind it was that it has better traction when it's wet or lubed up. It has better traction on your fingers to rack the slide, which I found out that's kind of, I don't know, it has about the same grip and traction as the standard lines on the Gen 3 Glocks. So I don't find that to be true. Other people might, but I do not. The grip. Alright, we'll start off with the grip too. The RTF model is also mistaken a lot as the Gen 4 Glock when it first came out, because it was about the same time they were talking about Gen 4s. But it is not as, it is a Generation 3 Glock 17. I think they make it in a 30 and a 22 as well. But and I think the 21 also has the RTF model. They do not make these anymore. They stopped production of the RTF models just about when the Glock Gen 4s came out. They had a RTF1 and an RTF2. I'm not sure the difference, so I'm not going to say anything about it. But I believe this is the RTF2. In the later series of the RTF models, they ended up making the regular slide serrations because not that many people like the fish gills. But those didn't kick off either, so they just ended up dropping the line. I love the grip, to be honest. Like I said, I wasn't a fan at all. I was really against this gun before I got it. I was actually looking to trade. This guy came to me. I got off a trade, and he came to me, and I said, yeah, sure, well, I'll check it out. And my main goal was to end up just picking it up and selling it and making some money off of it. But I took it to the range to make sure it functioned before I threw it up for sale. And the features on it are amazing. I changed my mind instantly. I decided just to keep it. The grip is just, it's just amazing. I don't know. I love the grip. It feels like any other normal grip. It feels like it does have a lot more traction, which was behind the design. It definitely grabs your hand more. To me personally, it's not rough. It doesn't hurt my hand, which is a lot of complaints about it. A lot of people say it cuts their hands after so many rounds, snags their t-shirts. If you have a concealed carry, it ends up rubbing on your skin and makes it raw. I didn't have that problem, but I took my girlfriend out to the range with me one day, and we both went through about 200 rounds together, and she stopped at about 75 rounds because her hand right about here ended up getting like a rash from the grip, because she has a softer side of hands. I have really rough hands. I have man hands, I guess. So it feels great to me. When I heard it's made for gloves and it's made for wet conditions or muddy conditions, so you don't have too much traction on your grip, it's supposed to make it better. I found that to be, I don't know, I believed it. And then one day I ended up cleaning and lubing my my Glock, and I went to go rack the slide, and I couldn't, I kept slipping off. So I ended up repositioning my hand and ended up putting one hand on the grip And then this hand right here felt like it was dry. It felt like I was grabbing a dry Glock. It makes a huge difference. It really works. Whatever they thought of works. It's a great design. Like I said, for some people with softer hands, after a couple 100 rounds, you might get a little scrapes and stuff going on. Maybe it'll make your hand raw. But I had no problem with it. This one also came with night sights. If you guys can pick that up. Yeah, it came with stock factory night sights. That was pretty cool. That helped me make a decision to want to trade with the gun. And just so you guys know, most Glock guys should know that when it's to the rear, it's safe, but I'll do it anyways. Safe direction, so we're alright. Yeah, with some of you guys that don't know Glocks too well, if the trigger's all the way to the rear, then it means there's nothing in the chamber, or at least there's no way it can fire. And see how it's back to where it should be? Go ahead and pull the trigger and it stays to the back. That's why a lot of people have an argument about it being a double action trigger, because once you pull that trigger and there's nothing there, there's no other way you can pull it without racking the slide. So then it becomes its own safe action trigger is what they call it. Again, I don't know too much about that. I'm not going to spread misinfo. But that's about all I know about it. What else about this gun? It came with two 10-round mags. The guy that traded it to me gave me two 10-round mags. All Gen 3s come with two 10-rounders in California. But outside of California, they come with 17-round magazines, standard. It comes with a cleaning brush. You forgot to put that in there. I bought a $1 cleaning brush, whatever. I keep my earplugs in there. Those do not come with it. It should come with the instruction manual, the warranty card, and it comes with like this little cleaning brush, but I don't use it because I have plenty of cleaning supplies. I don't need to use it. And it comes with two brass casings to show that when it left the factory, your Glock actually did function. But yeah, it's just what comes with the standard Glock. And then as you see, it comes with a pretty nice little case. There's a warning on the back, like most guns do, I think. What else is there? The guy that sold it to me, he actually had a 3.5 ghost connector put in there. That thing is a dream. I love it. I didn't really notice a difference when I was dry firing it until I picked up a standard Gen 3 Glock at the range and shot their 5.5 stock connector in it, and the pull is ridiculous after you shoot a ghost connector. I still have to do a 25-cent trigger job, see if that can help it a little bit. The connector and the night sights definitely shrunk my groups from about 10 inches at 25 yards to about 5 inches on average at 25 yards. It's not the best shooting, but I'm no pro shooter, but that's a great improvement for me. The night sights are very easy to pick up. The grip on the guns also, it's an improvement for me. I love it. Gives me better traction on it. And the ghost connector actually makes it with a pretty decent trigger pull. Has a decent reset, not the best. But I bought this gun for reliability, but it's still a great gun. Sorry if it's a little dirty. I still haven't cleaned it from the range trip yesterday. In about 2 weeks, I've probably shot close to, if not more than, about, I don't know, I could say 800 to 900 rounds of 9mm. So, yeah. So this gun is doing very well to be able to shoot cheap ammunition. I got a bulk box of reloads for a pretty good price. If you guys don't know me by now, I buy pretty much everything I buy in bulk because you just end up saving money in the long run. And I go shooting a lot, especially now that I have my range pass. I go pretty much anytime I can. But yeah, so probably about 800 to 900 rounds in 2 weeks. Flawless, not a single jam. nothing. The gun functions great, has Glocks quality. Another thing I want to answer too is I get questions about what would you go for right now? A Glock 4 or a Gen 4 or the RTF model, since they have the same grip. And to be honest, I am a huge Glock Gen 4 fan because I love all the little features that they added, except for the dual recoil spring. I'm not too sure about that yet, but to be honest, for the reliability issues, until they work out their little kinks, I know most Gen 4s work. Don't get on me about that. I'm just saying they do have kind of a sketchy reputation right now. So and the Gen 3s are they're proven. So if you had the option, I would end up going with the RTF model because it's a solid gun, and like I said, 900 rounds in 2 weeks, that's pretty damn good for me. Another thing about the RTF model is that they don't make these anymore. They're out of production, just like the OD green Glocks that they used to make. So these may go up in price, but as of right now, they're selling just the same price as everybody else. But like I said, you can't get them anymore in stores. So I wouldn't doubt maybe they might go up in price, but I'm not really holding on it. I love Glocks, so I'm just buying this because it's a Glock and I love the features. But that's also something to look into if you're a gun collector. Maybe pick one up. You never know, it could go up in price. I also had another question not too long ago of what would be the top upgrades you would, like the mandatory upgrades you would have to get if you have a Glock. To be honest, you don't need any upgrades, but if you wanted the upgrades I would say you should opt for, it would definitely be one would be the night sights. That would be definitely number one. Those are a huge improvement. I love the night sights. Very easy to pick up in the daytime or nighttime. And then the other thing I would recommend would definitely be the 3.5 Ghost connector. That is a huge improvement. The reset on it's great, and the trigger pull is just fantastic. It's amazing. The other thing I would say would definitely be going with Glock mags. I bought a couple. These are my reloads that I've had, or my pre-bands that I've had in my family for a long time. My uncle gave me some a long time ago. These are 17 rounders. I've had these for probably about 10 to 15 years. He gave them to me a long time ago. And I was a kid. I was into Army men and everything, so I thought these were fucking awesome. But now that I actually have a Glock, they're even better. So I've tested them all. They all function great. I also have the 10 rounders that came with it. I would say maybe you need 6, maybe 5 or 6 magazines, especially if you're going to go into the GSSF competitions or the USPSA competitions. I've been told you want like probably like a minimum of 5, maybe 6 would be ideal. But if you have what you have, I think they recommend that you end up picking up at least 4. I think you need 4. Not sure. I'm still getting into it, looking into it. I want to try it a little bit. Still gotta get a little better at shooting. But another thing I want to talk about was the Glock handgun, the magazine prices. Some of you guys paying $25 to, some of you, I've seen prices of $35 and they're actually getting sold. 10 rounders, 17 rounders online, and people are selling them, and those are used prices as well. You guys need to shop around. I picked up a couple more rebuild kits for the 17s, and I ended up picking those up. They should be here in a couple of days. I picked 4 of those up I broke it down to about $16 a piece shipped. So if you guys shop around and you guys don't pay into these premium prices, and these guys making these huge like markups on these magazines, even used, then they won't be so expensive. But if you guys are willing to pay that much, then they're going to keep raising the price. So like I said, just shop around. You can get brand new rebuild kits for about $25 shipped. If If you shop around the internet, I found plenty of great places. And if you wait around on the classifieds, you can find some pretty good deals if you haggle some people. Some people are willing to give them for a fair price. I just can't justify selling a Glock magazine used for $35. It's just ridiculous. But if you guys are willing to pay it, then they're gonna stay up there. So, but yeah, that's your guys' choice. I'm just saying, I think it's ridiculous. But yeah, so that's pretty much about it. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to email me, PM me, message me, throw some comments up, subscribe. I'm always trying to make these videos for you guys, so you guys have a good little selection to go off of. If you don't like mine, maybe somebody else will throw one up, and then you guys can check his out. Maybe he has better talking points than I do. But every video helps, and yeah, I'm just trying to throw these out there because when I was getting into guns, like I said, I was looking for videos, and some videos I couldn't find that had the talking points or covered the things that I was looking for. And when I know things, I try and help out fellow shooters, and I'll let you guys know. And there's a couple of questions I get that I do not know, and I ended up going out to people and finding out the actual answer to help you guys out. I don't know, I just think it's good that shooters can help other shooters. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. So go ahead and feel free to subscribe, comment, rate, and have a good day, guys.